Okay, so excited for another short and sweet and hard to beat 15-minute makeup masterclass. You guys, we do these twice a month. The first one is always going to be like a hack or a how-to, more of a less of a tutorial and more of a technique. And so today we're going to be going over how to create an ombre lip. And you guys, don't worry, it's easier than it looks. And I know on the registration, we said bring a red lippy and some black gel and a nude lip and some some foundation. Now, if I will say this, any look will do. Like if you have a different shade you want to use that instead of red, you can do that as long as the color going around is like a liner or a gel based, as long as it's darker than the lip color. So when I was looking for a really fun photo or inspiration, I saw this photo. I'm looking at this beautiful vampy red lip that I just felt just screams Tory Bell Cosmetics. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But again, this will work if you have another liner and lip. As a matter of fact, today we're going to be using one of my favorite gel liners of all time. And this comes in neutral shades, but it also comes in super bright, pigmented, colorful shades like pink and purple and blue. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, we could totally do an ombre look with one of those super fun colors. Okay, you guys, not only do I get to be your host today, but I also get to be your instructor. And I'm so excited about that. So let's get down to it. So first and foremost, I know we said put foundation on the list. One, I like to use this in the beginning, but I also like to use this at the end. So I love to use it at the beginning to get a really nice, just neutral base. So a little, you guys know this. If any of you guys have ever used Element foundation before, you're like, a little goes a long way. So I'm just going to put like a little smidge on my base over here that you guys can't see. And then you can either dip a beauty blender or you can dip a brush in there. And I'm just going to go over my lips with this just to just to give it a nice base, and to kind of get rid of any pigmentation that I already had. I don't know if you guys were on my Facebook page earlier, but I was showing off these curly lashes, and I'm like, oh, I have like red on my lips. I've got all kinds of colors on my lips. So let's just cover that up right now. Which, man, does this foundation cover it up? Okay, so super simple. You don't need a lot. You might not even need to put more on here. Like if this is your brush that you use all the time, then you might just be good over there. Okay. So now here's for the fun part. You're going to take a brush and your gel liner. You could even take if you have a deep lip liner, like if you're using red, a really deep purpley plummy liner would be good too. Yep. Oh my gosh. Perfect. So what you're going to do is you're going to go in with this first. There's so many different ways to do an ombre lip, but I love to go in with lining the lip first. And I want to say this, last month we talked about contouring, how darker shades minimize and lighter shades maximize. So same goes with your lips. So maybe when you're doing this, you use a little bit of a lighter if you want to make your lips seem bigger. Or you can just like overdraw too. All right, you guys, let's go in there. I love to start, and I have a little mirror over here because I don't trust my screen. I always start with my bottom lip. So I'm going to go in there, starting at the corner. And I will say this, the amount that you bring that into the center of your lip, that's the amount that you're going to see kind of that transition. So if you just have a little line, there's going to be less of an ombre transition, but if you kind of shade it in, you'll have a little more. So now I'm going to go to my Cupid's bow. That's like what I like to do next. And for the look that the inspired look really has more of a V'd Cupid bow. So you could do that, or you could do more of a softer Cupid bow. And then from there, it kind of looks like I have a cute little mustache. I'm feeling it. Maybe I'll just leave it right there. Okay, and then I like to go down the sides. And don't worry, if you're like, I got it somewhere weird, we're gonna clean it up with the same foundation that you primed your lips with. All right, if you guys have any questions, one, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. Two, if you have any ideas and suggestions for a really fun tutorial that you'd like to see technique-wise, let us know. Our next makeup masterclass is going to be more of a bridal look, so that will be fun. Okay, going down this side. Okay, so now, I'm going to go over a little bit more, or out a little bit more. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you are going to bring in the corners. So kind of shade those corners in a little bit, just like so. A little there, a little over here. Oh, wow. Usually I'm doing eyeshadow tutorials and I can make noises and sounds, but I can't do it when I'm doing my lips. Oh, this is driving me crazy. Okay. Okay, still can. We're good. So just bring that in. Bet you guys. Now, for those of you that are doing this with black liner, I bet you haven't done this before. And you guys, I cheated and I added another product, and it's a gloss just because I want to see. Like most ombre lips are matte. A matte lipstick is so perfect for an ombre lip, but you know, just to throw a little something on at the end, we'll try a little bit of a gloss. Okay. Okay, so now what you can start do is take your, now if you're drawing with a pencil, that's fine too. If you have a brush and can kind of pull that towards the center of your lip, go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to blend this liner more towards the center. And I kind of love a full bottom lip too, so I'm not going to go like too crazy with my bottom lip. Again, to each their own. You guys can like construct all kinds of lips with liner. You can overdraw like crazy if you want. And then one of the most important things for this masterclass is going to be mastering this technique right here. You guys ready? That's it. You're gonna master the get really good at it. Because we're gonna be blending like pros with okay, anyway. Okay. I'm seeing you guys are looking, oh, you guys are going for it. I love it. Looking pretty blended. Okay. I love this. I love a good angle. This thing works for so many purposes. Works for your eyebrows, works for your liner. Okay, get those corners. Okie dokie. So we're 9 minutes in. You guys ready for the next step? A red lippy. Yay! Again, you can do this with any 2 shades of liner and lippy as long as the liner is deeper than the lipstick. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is get this towards the center. So I kind of like to do this little situation where I like purse my lips. If you guys use Velvet Kisses, you're gonna know that a little goes a long way. But that's okay because we're gonna do the nothing. Okay. And with this, I don't bring it all the way to the corners of my mouth because we did a lot of fun shading in there with the liner already. But I bring it more to the center, just where we didn't cover. Oh man, I'm such a fan of like this blue ruby red lip right here. Okay, and I'm going to blend with that. Yes. Okay. I'm going to go in with a little bit more. Okay, and now that we have this luscious, vampy, red ombre lip, like from Zoom, from far away, it looks pretty perfect. But if I got up close to you, you would see that I need to clean up some edges. So you know what? We're going to do that next. So I'm going to let this dry because I have one more thing that I want to do, and it's not a must. But if you want to add a little bit of more lightness to your center, we had you put a nude lippy on here also. But before I go any further, let's just clean up while this lip dries. Okay, and if you are staring at the products that I'm throwing in front of your face and you're like, where on earth do I get those? Don't worry, if you registered for this, I'm going to send out a list with the images to all these, and you can reach out to your affiliate, whoever invited you, and be like, hey, I want that, including the brushy cleany thingy. This thing is life. Okay, so I have a nice thin little brush. You know, I could go in with the black brush and try to clean it up, but I'm gonna probably say no right there. So I'm just gonna dip it into my little foundation puddle, and I'm gonna clean up these edges, just a smidge. And if you find that your lippy is not blending very well with your liner, just do that fabulous trick. You could do it like 10 times if you need to. Okay, now I'm going to the top. I love a good matte liquid covers everything liner. I mean, foundation. And then if you wanted to get a little bit more of that Cupid's bow going, you could always create a little bit more of a V here. And also, you guys, not only are we going to be sending this replay in via email out by by the end of this week, but also we're going to be uploading. If you go to Tori Bell Cosmetics YouTube page, you're going to be able to see all of our 15-minute makeup masterclasses and see what we've done since the very beginning. But all righty. Okay, so that's cleaned up. Now what I'm going to do is, just for fun, I'm going to add this very nude lippy to the center. Now, in the inspo that we gathered, the thing that's really making the center of the lip light up is actually a light, but we're going to try to cheat it with this nude. So for this, we're still going to use that effect, but we're also going to possibly use our fingers because fingers are tools. So we're just going to put a little bit in the center. There you go. Just a little bit. There we go. And now, blend with my finger just a smidge. And if you needed to, you could even go back in with your color. If you really needed to, you could actually even go back in, and if you wanted a deeper, darker outer lip, you could even go back in there and shade in with some of your liner. Now for a really fun last minute look, I thought about running downstairs and grabbing like this color in our gloss, but I was like, oh, this is right here. By the way, you guys, if you guys have used Ignite, do you recognize the old school packaging with the black lid? It now comes with a gold lid. Okay, it is 6:15, so I'm going to just throw this on to see what. Now we have the matte. Now what does the gloss look like? I love it. I love it both ways. You can't go wrong. So easy, you guys. So much easier. All you need is a deep liner and then a lippy to go with it. That's lighter than the liner. It's like contour and highlight. So, okay, you guys, I hope this is fun. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be posting the replay on Tori Bell Cosmetics Facebook page and our YouTube page and sending out an email by end of week. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll talk to you later.